Smoke and Joe. Hey, James, what would the impacts be if multiple big insurance companies suddenly went bust? Wow. I like the way you think. And I think about this a lot too, especially in light of what happened in California. I'll go through this very fast because this doesn't pertain to the world, but maybe it does because certain catastrophes are hitting certain parts of the world, like Florida, California, maybe other places. We shall see. But let's talk about California for a second. Remember, California is the fifth biggest economy on the planet. Like it's bigger than Italy. It's bigger than huge countries. So put that in perspective. A lot of the major insurance companies are pulling out of the state, like State Farm, Farmers. They've been there for hundreds of years. Now they're just leaving. The Proposition 103 was a California rule made by the regulators and supported by the governor to limit the insurer's ability to raise rates. So when a government comes in and starts putting price controls on things, things break. Things break. Markets need to be free for them to work. When the government says, sorry, you can't increase your rates, what are the insurance companies going to do? They're going to say, if I stay here, I'm going to lose billions, so I'm going to leave. Bye. See you later. And that's what happens. Then they have another thing called the fair... this is kind of stunning. Over 10% of Californians, 10% of people that own homes have no home insurance. Okay? Nothing, because they can't afford it or they can't get it. And then they have a thing called the California Fair Plan, which was to fill the gap because all the carriers were leaving. There's no capacity. They're out of capacity. And the reinsurance company that backs them, that cancels 95% of the risk, is probably out of business. I don't know. I'm just guessing that's possible. Also, the Fair Plan caps coverage at $3 million per home. Most of the homes in Malibu were $7 million plus. And Palisades, etc. Some were $45 million. What's $3 million going to get you? Maybe some new foundations? I don't know. It's not enough. And here I am on my soapbox again. Sorry about that. Anyway, if Fair Plan can't pay for claims, it will force lower risk areas to subsidize the higher risk ones. That's the way insurance works. That's why I think insurance is a big scam. You know, the good drivers pay for the bad drivers. That's an easy way to think about it. Also, high premiums are making coverage for California homeowners impossible. And the same thing is happening in places like North Carolina, Florida, because of hurricane risk, etc. So it's not good. What used to be a 1 in 1,000 year event is now 1 in 5 years, 1 in 10 years. And therefore, if you're covering $1 million, you can do the math on how much you need to charge to be able to make a profit. So it's scary. Now, back to your question. What is the impact? So if insurance companies go bust, property values will tank because most people have a mortgage on insurance. They won't be able to get mortgages. Therefore, the prices will fall and people will become cash buyers. And new construction will slow as well because developers won't be able to get insurance for their projects. Second, shares of insurance companies will also tank as well. Now, sorry, I gotta, this is an emergency. Hold on 1 second here. Give me 20 minutes. Hang on. Believe it or not, this is a California problem. Anyway, let me see. So, I do believe the market impact will be, that is an emergency, by the way, happening in California as we speak, but I will finish this video. Alternative risk financing, we need new AI-based insurance that has very specific pricing for very specific assets. And I believe anytime there's a huge market change, creative alternatives are born. And I think that has to come. The old days of painting with a broad brush and sharing prices across everybody is just ridiculous. And the third part, if insurance companies go bust, everybody will relocate, population will shift and move. You see that already after C-19, everybody moved to Florida. Now they can't afford property down there or can't get insurance. Now they're moving back up to New York, etc. Businesses will relocate as well, and governments will have to step in. It's a crisis problem.